rotating to the 90-degree position. So do we have some isotope today? Yes?
Yes, magnesium.
Okay, because if we finish with this kind of test protocols with the description of different parameters, we could do just a scan with a syringe. Okay. Okay, and so let's check what we have on the scan step. So first, the first parameter is the number of projection. So these are again just a default drop-down list because so it's really flexible in the protocol editor.
Yeah.
You can define any kind of projection number. What do you think is the highest you can have? What do you think the maximum projection number can be?
Can be used.
Yeah, I mean, which is possible with the system.
The 720 projections.
No, actually, this is the highest on this default list, but because it's a flexible thing like the zoom motor position, for example. So actually, the highest, which is of course never be used, but it's still possible, and but it's mostly. I mean, the higher projection number is mostly used for ex vivo samples. Okay, so if you have a kind of a skeleton or some part of the animal, yeah, yeah, or also we also scanned some liver from a mouse, which was filled in with a kind of solid type of contrast agent. So there are a couple of things which might need high projection number, because what is affected by the projection number? Why do we modify? Yes,
Quality.
Because the higher the projection number is, the better image quality we get at the end. Okay, so the highest one we can have is about 11,000. Okay. Of course, it is not for a live animal, but it's also doable. Okay, I just want you to know. Okay, what is the capacity of the system?
How many times?
But actually, if you have a live animal and you want to have a high projection number for a really excellent image quality, so we usually go for 1,440. Okay, so just a double of the default highest projection number. But actually, in most of the cases, the 720 is more than enough. So even though if you just are using the CT image for attenuation maps, so you don't really want to analyze anything, it's not a kind of CT-based study or something, even 360 is enough. Okay, I just want you to know what are the possibilities. Okay, and I also mentioned that so there are two scanning methods. Do you remember? So what is the difference between the single field of view and the helical scan?
The single
Faster.
No.
the one bed, one F1 for single one, and
Yes.
the helical you can extend
Yes.
the bed.
So because now the single field of view method is selected, so and you choose that what is the scan box layer. So you cannot make the blue box longer than one field of view. But if you select the helical, you can cover the whole volume, and it also displays that it will require almost 3 rotations. Okay. Because so the single field of view will always include only 1 rotation. Okay, that's the main difference. And of course, the single field of view scan is always faster because it's only 1 rotation. All right. Yeah, actually there is a full scan and half scan.
Half scan faster, right?
Yeah, because it collects only half of the
Yeah.
projections. So the image quality will not be that good.
Yeah, it depends on the studies.
Yeah, it depends on the study. I've never seen a half scan on an animal. So I don't know how much the image quality is compromised by that.
Or maybe just use for full scan for total
Yeah.
registration.
We can see if you want to like a shorter time, you can use the half scan.
Yeah, but it's not just the scan time, but what is also affected by the number of projections.
Okay. So means they might just take 150 injections, like half.
Yeah. So the dose is affected by that parameter, right? Because it's just half dose.
Yeah.
Okay.
没有啊，有 difference.
Okay, next parameter. So there is an option to crop the projections. So which means that once you have enabled this, so you can resize the blue box, to cover only the animal and only the bed and not, the air around it. And actually, so this is how you can save space on the disk, because this information will not be saved. But so you really have to be sure to have both the side view and the top view in order, not to miss any part of the animal, because sometimes it happens you just cut out, important parts and you cannot get it back. So you have to be careful. Okay, so this is the power
So
we
if
talked
we
about.
did not collect if we did not collect this, we cannot put
it will save the whole data.
这是什么？这个可以固定这个哦。
就是它把它勾起来之后，你可以缩小嘛。那你缩小之后，它的
没勾也可以缩小。
对它没勾。Yeah, if you did not click it, you still scan this part.
Yes.
So what is that for? The crab.
So it is for, so because, so this is, one projection, right?
Yeah.
So if we crop the projection, so this part of the image will not be saved. Okay, because we only save the part which is in the blue box. So you throw away everything which is outside of the blue box.
OK， 所以他说他把它勾起来的时候，你存档的时候，它不会存这边，就是你的档案会比较小一点，对，它只会存这个蓝色的地方。哎，如果你没有勾起来的话，你照样